There's like 300,000 people like down the street from where I am right now.
It's the season to play. Was that gunshot or fireworks?
Welcome everyone to episode 5 of the ICBG WoWCast. This is your host, Rai. And guys, I actually think I have got something to tell you this week. In the spirit of it being our 4th of July edition, and was thinking a lot about my gameplay and how things are going, and I think I need to come out of the closet to you guys.
Didn't you already do that?
No comments on the peanut gallery. I think I'm going to come out. I swing both ways, guys. It's a big realization for me after 13 years of playing WoW. I decided I'm not just a holy priest anymore. I'm also a shadow priest.
You're a swinger.
I know. I swing both ways.
I have corrupted him.
You have. So there you go. Welcome everyone again. It is the 4th of July edition, where it's the episode where we're racing the clock to make sure that it doesn't sound like a minefield is exploding over the air where I am. I live next door to where the fireworks are going off tonight. So we're trying to get tonight done before that starts.
It's only the 3rd.
I know, but they do the 4th of July fireworks on the 3rd here because there's other parts of town that do the fireworks on the 4th. It's a big confusing thing. There's like 300,000 people like down the street from where I am right now.
It's the season to play. Was that gunshot or fireworks?
Yep. My 60-pound Labradoodle a few years ago, 2 years ago when we first adopted her, when they were doing this firework extravaganza, we thought she was going to be cool. It was like her second month in our house. And she ran past a chair in my dining room, and I don't know how she did it, but she got a metal chair. Like it's like a heavy iron chair with like wood back and wood seat, and she got that hooked onto her collar, and she dragged it across the entire condo and vaulted a couch with it still attached to her. So we're trying to avoid that this year. So got to make sure I'm there to make sure that there's no like spin art diarrhea because she gets scared or anything fun.
Do you have one of those blanket things to put on her?
I mean, yeah, but we'll see what happens. But we're not here to talk about my Labradoodle. Let's jump in and let's introduce today's panel. First, we have our commander-in-chief and the GM of our guild. It's the Shadow Priest from Down Under, Tryhard.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to the podcast.
All right, next we've got 20,000. That's not her age. It's her achievement score. It's the Frost Mage, Horisha.
Hello, everybody.
Do you like that crack about the age?
Yeah, thanks, Candy.
All right, we have the Texan Holy Pally who loves lore more than a fat kid loves cake. It's Lucinos.
I got to get off Wowhead a minute. I'm checking my facts. Hold up.
Oh my God, shush. All right, and finally, are you the kind of guy to hit on a hot female character in game? If so, I've got someone for you to meet. It's the Fury Warrior, Candy.
I am so hot, I touch myself.
All right, welcome, everyone. So let's jump in and let's do our normal week's recap. And what are you guys working on this week? I will pick Horisha. You start this time.
I'm still working on Terragosa staff, and if that's pronounced incorrectly, I apologize, but it's going to be another 2 more weeks for these essences and that sort of thing. And working on my achievement, got my mind on my money for my 200,000K.
Yeah, so as I mentioned in your intro, you've got 200, almost 20,000 achievement points. I think you do have 20,000 account-wide, but your main has got just a little shy of that. Yep. I mean, obviously, you're doing a lot of achievement stuff, too. Have there been any in particular you've been working on this week?
Got my mind on my money.
That's it? Just that one?
That one, and working on a fishing achievement.
Why do you always forget the stuff that we do together?
What did we do together this time?
Lucy, you could help me out here.
Oh, those.
I don't know.
It's the siege of the Orgrimmar Raider. The Glory to the Orgrimmar Raider. We worked on that this week.
The Siege of Painful. Yeah.
The Siege of Pothole.
Yeah, it was a bunch of potholes going on in there, but it was painful.
That's never going to die. Horisha, Candy makes an off-color comment about Horisha being a pothole in reference to a commercial. And
there's a video up now in Discord and Guild.
Oh, that's good. I'm very excited about that.
No, but yeah, we did the Orgrimmar stuff, and then you left, and we were left with like what, three of us doing strike on the last boss.
I think there were 4.
God, yeah. Thanks. Thanks.
Did she leave or did she pass out?
No, she gave up.
Well, let's just say that
Tensions
she
were high.
left. She left because if she didn't leave, she would have passed out.
Tensions were high on that one. We were getting a little aggravated.
Y'all didn't have 17 or 18, whatever the magical number was, and I was just ready to kill it.
Yeah.
As Dave said, Horisha gets this, like, when she gets tired and or has had an extra gin or two, she gets this like weird, like random bloodthirst, like in the middle of an achievement fight. So it's like every 2 minutes we have to remind her, no, Horisha, stop attacking it. Like, we don't want you to kill it yet. Oh, but it's time to die. No, Horisha. Like, oh no, kill it? No. All right. Should I kill it now? No.
That's because it's that time of the night. She's like, let's go.
We're done.
It's the, 1:30, midnight, 12:30, depends on what day of the week it is and what I've had to do at work and everything. That's my bewitching hour.
It's my favorite part of my achiever run sometimes. So anything special you're working on in the upcoming week, Horisha?
No, still the staff. I lied. I said no. I've got one more fishing person to get the Fisherman of the Isles, and then back to farming that field medic thing in Suramar.
Got to get it done. All right, let's jump to Lucy. What have you been working on, and what's on the agenda?
Nothing.
Thanks, Kenny. Thank you. Good answer.
Good answer.
No, I've been working on my dwarf that I have. I have a couple of ally tunes, and I have a druid that's already 110, but I'm kind of not feeling the druid so much, so I went to my dwarf paladin to try to level him up to max level before next X pack. So I got him to 110. I'm doing the Silithus stuff right now to get the broken, weapon and all that. So I get the power spike off that. And I want to get him ready so that I can do that quest line. I'm not going to main him, but I just want to get through the story arc of that and finish it. That way I know what's going on with the allies.
All right. All I heard there was that you're now a traitor.
No, I'm not. Yeah, okay. This little tidbit.
Unless he's going to spy for us when we are raiding the Alliance cities, then that would be acceptable.
No, I'm not doing that. But this little tidbit of information, I didn't know Candy had an ally too that's a rogue that he's had forever. I just found that out today. Do what?
Yeah, we knew Candy was a traitor. Just this is new information that you're a traitor.
Oh, no. I just want to do the story. I got to keep up with the story, guys. Come on.
That's exactly what I would say.
It's my thing.
I think he's just making a move on Anduin. Trying to steal Anduin from me.
No, that's your territory. That's your territory with the closet and everything like that. We talked about that earlier. Moving past it.
All right. Anything special you got working on in the pipeline?
No, not at the moment. Just kind of really just waiting for BFA. Candy and myself were just really just doing beta stuff up until the last day. So,
all right. Thanks. Try. Let's go to you.
I was a really good girl in some ways because I went and upgraded all my weapons on my 6 110 tunes. I did that all in one go. It was very tiring, but that was pretty easy to do. I think the hardest part is actually flying all the way over there. So I did that all in one day, so that was good. And I had an awesome mail the other day. I was in Dalaran looking at the ground in the mailboxes, and someone got upset with me because I should be doing other stuff. So he decided to buy on the auction house the letter in question. So thank you, Rai. I haven't started it, but at least I've got the letter.
Well, you got to get the mailroom quest line done, and it was cheap, so I didn't feel bad buying it because I'm going to sell it and rape somebody on the price later.
Yeah.
What is this mailroom thing? Sounds boring. I don't know.
You haven't done the Dalaran mailroom quest line?
No, I know it gives you like a title or something, right?
Gives you a title, a pet,
Achievements.
and a toy that has a male person that you summon to you.
That's all I need is another toy with a male person.
Well, it's actually a female person.
Oh, okay.
It's a gnome, male man, male woman, male person, male carrier.
Yeah, we're getting in PC area. Let's go.
I'm trying. I was trying.
BPC.
I'm getting triggered here.
And so you also got the mage tower done on your shadow priest, right?
Totally didn't.
Damn it, try. It's up permanently. Like, how many more excuses do you need at this point?
Well, the weeks just clicked over, so I had to go kill the world bosses to try and get legendaries. But after that, it's like...
I mean, the legendaries that you already have on pretty much every tune.
Look, only 4 of my tunes have every single legendary. I've got 6 at 110, and I've got a few ones around 100. So they need their legendaries too. So everyone has to put in a team effort to supply all the legendaries. That's all I'm saying.
Oh my god, you guys.
She's an ultra
Aren't you happy I'm not into transmog collection? Imagine how bad I'd be.
Yeah, I know. I could not imagine that. All right, Candy, let's move on to you, bud. What have you been working on, and what is in the pipeline?
Let me see. I have been working on beta, and then I did some other things that was, along the lines of beta, and then I did some beta stuff, and got some other things figured out about the beta, and I've been doing. I did the stuff about upgrading the weapon. That was kind of neat. Took all about 10 minutes on the live servers, and then I noticed that when we did the Thursday's raid, we were all of a sudden like just doing about 30% more damage. That was really kind of, thank you, Blizzard. Yeah. In the pipeline, I'm working on one of the most absolute difficult specs ever to complete the Mage Tower tank spec, which is the Guardian Druid. But it's not really that hard.
I thought that was like the easiest one.
I've got to give it some hype, right?
I mean, well, there's hype, and then there's the all-out lie.
Well, that was the hoorah. That was the equivalent.
That's like me advertising like I'm gonna make it rain gold to anyone who listens to the pod. No, I'm not. I could tell you that for hype, but it's not going to happen.
Guys, he will, for real.
No, I will not.
Oh my goodness. Do they not teach sarcasm in public schools anymore?
He was actually on a live server earlier today.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
And we about had heart attacks.
Yep.
Well, I came on this morning. It was like, I want to say 10 a.m., maybe a little earlier. And both Candy and Lucy are sitting here in Discord. And I'm like, holy shit. Like, when does this happen?
Oh, and Lucy were
Like, when are you ever up that early?
When am I? I'm up that early when you and I have a WoW date. Don't even get started with me.
He's up that early when he hasn't gotten to bed the night before.
True.
That's not true. Very true.
Lies.
All right. Well, thank you, Candy. Anything special that you're working on this week? I'm going to guess it's beta.
Well, I'm probably going to do some more stuff with the beta.
Can you just cut that and just beta for him?
It's just going to be what it is. I've come to expect that that's going to be the answer from Candy every week.
All
right.
Until the beta is over, then it's all about live.
Right? All right, well, that's for me. I've purposely pared my list down so we don't spend 8 minutes talking about the gajillion things I've done this week, because I have a ton of free time, so it's pretty much just been me pounding out a bunch of extra stuff. So the highlights of stuff I've done this week, I've gotten a gazillion archaeology achievement points. I've been working on Pandaria archaeology, so pretty much just been getting all of those. I've been like basically tripping over artifacts, and achievements have been raining from the sky, which has been great.
It's like watching the grass grow, isn't it?
It is like watching the grass grow, the paint dry, and all of the other boring things you can add into one. Actually, I think watching grass grow might be more exciting.
Well,
and that would be the first. That would be the first firework of the night. So if I get scared shitless on this podcast tonight, guys, one of you better be prepped to take over when I have a heart attack.
Well, fireworks are scary stuff.
Oh my God, I'm afraid of thunder. Okay, so other than archaeology, we had I finished Glory of the Legion Hero this week and got the Layfeather Hippogriff, which was a neat mount because it's the new Hippogriff style. I also got This is the weirdest achievement. You know, I don't get why people shoot off fireworks when there's going to be a fireworks display in an hour. I don't get it.
Very
America.
They're
America. So I also did like the dumbest achievements ever in game. I got the To All the Squirrels achieves, all those ones where you fly around Azeroth and all of the other areas, and you /love the critters on the list. I /loved about 6 kajillion critters.
Hashtag bestiality.
Yep. Oh, that was great. Thanks, Lucy. I got that this week.
Grass growing.
I'm also working on this week doing Lore Master. That's really fun. If that continues, then we might have to
Which Lore
stop.
Master are you going to start with?
I'm working on Outland Lore Master. I'm sorry, I got Outland Lore Master. I'm working on Northrend Lore Master right now. So doing that, and I also am working on Glory of the Orgrimmar Glory of the Orgrimmar Raider. I've got 2 more achievements to do for that.
If he doesn't kill us in there first.
Yeah. How bad are the fireworks sound in the background?
I cannot hear any.
No worse than they sound outside my backyard.
Okay, good.
They're curiously comfortable. I don't know what's got you all scared.
Oh, it's freaking me out.
Well, just go hide underneath your desk.
I might join the Labradoodle at that. Yes. All right. So let's jump into our first topic of today. Actually, before we do that, if you guys remember last week, I announced a contest, the Who Wants to Pick the Next Horisha on Assignment contest. We did get many submissions. So thank you to everyone who did submit. I'm sorry if yours doesn't make it into the podcast tonight. If it didn't, here's why. You didn't listen to the instructions. And you sent me a sexual idea. So there were several of those. I did have to cut them. But to everyone else, if you managed to follow like the basic rule, which is no ERP, no Horisha's character stripping down, that was pretty much all you had to do.
You can read.
If you could read, you managed to get your idea in tonight's podcast. So thank you.
Oh, the poor brown fox isn't going to get no dry humping this week.
No dry humping of the fox tonight. So I'm going to present the ideas throughout the night. It is going to be a blind vote, and we're going to have the cast vote. Myself, I will only be included in the event of a tie. But I won't tell you who submitted the idea until the very end of the show with the winner.
Do I get any say in this?
Actually, no, you don't get to vote. So there's going to be no tie since it's just going to be try Lucy and Candy.
Well, most certainly you get to say, I'll do it.
But that's the only thing she gets to say. All right, so I'm going to present the first of the 4 ideas, and I'll keep going throughout the podcast. The first submission is that Horisha needs to try I'm going to say a modified version of the Iron Man challenge. Has anyone ever heard of this before?
Is that PvP?
No.
So the Iron Man challenge is where you start a new character. You can't fly. You can't mount up. You can't use flight points unless it's necessary for like going between continents. You can't equip gear over white. There's a whole list of things. It's on Wowhead. You can look it up. But it's she's going to start a new character and start leveling the character Iron Man style.
What is the entire point of this?
To basically record her getting pissed off at what we have to make her do.
That'll last about 10 seconds.
This one's a long haul one. We won't. The modification is that we probably would only have you go up to like, I'd say we'd have you start like a DK or something and do it from there. Like start mid game rather than starting end game.
Well, hell, she'd even be in grains with that.
Yeah, but we could always get her, cheap white stuff to put on. That's not a big deal. I'd be willing to like start her out with the starter cheap white gear.
The flea market's, starter kit.
Yeah, pretty much. So that's our first idea. I will get into the rest of them later. But let's jump into our first topic of the evening. I call it favorite things, but it's going to also be your least favorite things. I'm going to give everyone a topic, and everyone in the group is going to tell me what their favorite thing is in that and their least favorite thing is in that.
Is
category.
Is one of the categories favorite restaurant?
No, this is WoW related, dipshit.
Okay.
So is eating.
I mean, not falling for it.
No. Okay. So let's start. I'm going to make this an easy one. What is your favorite and least favorite race and why? Try.
I like the Forsaken because everyone calls them ugly, therefore they're beautiful on the inside. And humans suck because I'm one and they're disgusting.
Okay. I'm going to leave that one alone for now. Horisha.
Guard your kangaroos.
Blood Elf is favorite just because they look so pretty.
Lame.
And on the Horde side, trolls are ugly AF.
Yeah, I'm with you there. You just picked mine. Blood elves are my favorite because they're the only ones I'd probably bang. And trolls are by far the worst. Like make them less angry and ugly, please.
Oh, come on.
Lucy.
All right. Favorite has to be Blood Elf just because of lore and that they are the pretty race on the Horde side.
Ugh, yes,
Least favorite has got to be Gnome. I can't do it. I've made several gnomes and I can't even get past the starter place. It's annoying. It just annoys me being that close to the ground.
Yeah, I feel that one too. How about Candy?
Well, my favorite is Blood Elf, but not because she's pretty or anything, but because she is slutty. And I love the silly, flirts and stuff they do, which is just terrific. The best in the game. I am the reason this game is rated as ERB. And then my least favorite, probably it's a tie between gnomes and goblins. I don't see any difference in them. They talk like, no thanks. I despise they.
See, like gnomes are like they at least have like the cute little peppy voices. Goblins have got like the Brooklyn "I'm gonna rob ya" accent. Like, hey, what you doing over here? Like, no, I don't care.
Time is money.
And they're all about money.
Money is money, friend.
Yeah, but they're both annoying.
Yeah, I have to agree with you on the Blood Elf emotes. One time I heard one where I think she said like, "I only ride epic mounts, but let's talk." Like, whoa.
And let me clarify that a little bit more. Blood Elf female.
Yeah, we didn't need to even have the clarification. We knew. All right. Let's jump on to the next one. What is now? I'm gonna clarify that this one is your favorite class and spec, but I'm gonna challenge everyone in the group to pick one that is not their current main, because we can all talk about our mains forever. Everyone knows what we are at this point. But what's your favorite alt class and spec? Try.
I will go with my Monk Mistweaver, so healer. So I've been playing her a lot more than I have been my Frost Mage, which is normally my second. I think I just like her because a lot of people say they're not very good in raids or something and they run out of mana. I don't know how I play, but apparently I do quite well and don't run out of mana. I get low. I do get low, I know that, but I don't know. I just like the stick healing because everyone hates it. So I think I do things that people don't like just to see if I can do it.
Well, I will tell you, the stick healing is the way to go in XX pack. So keep doing it.
I'm ahead of the curve.
Yay! All right, what's your least favorite?
Out of the ones, probably ones I haven't gotten to 110 yet.
So like,
Okay. Well, I do have one Alliance Toon is sitting at 60. It's a rogue and it's a Worgen. And I called it Tri-Wolf, which I think is really funny. But yeah, it's on an Australian server. I just don't play Alliance.
Yeah, no. All right. So Horisha, favorite class and spec that's not Frost Mage.
Well, I mean, I do have a 110 Warlock that I still really don't have out of the starting gates that I boosted. So I think it's an Affliction, maybe. Whatever the one you dot everything up with is, but I hadn't really figured out how to play her too much. But I really kind of like that Fury Warrior I've got.
Hooray.
What about your least favorite?
Oh, probably because I parked her at 100, my hunter. Just because when we went to this expansion, the hunter class that I played got nerfed and I got upset, and I was tired of beating my head in the keyboard.
What class was that? Or what spec?
The one, I don't know what it was called because I haven't played her. I hadn't even logged on to her in a year and a half. The one where
You have
summon
like
pets.
animals?
Where your pets tank for you.
Okay,
So
Beastmaster.
Beastmaster.
That one, yeah.
All right. Lucy.
Good answer.
Yeah, perfect answer. Man, I wish I could do my main, but you told me I couldn't. I'd have to go with Druid as my alt favorite. Just because, and it's not a specific spec, because, they're all good. And they have 4. They're the only class in the game that has 4 different specs you can choose from. So you can do whatever you want. You can do range DPS, melee DPS, tank, or heals. So you have many options to choose from. Least favorite. I'd have to say mage, because I have like 3 mages, and I can't get past like level 40 or 50. It's just boring to me. The rotation on it. I'm sorry. It's just the rotation on it. I just don't like it. And I've tried Frost. I've tried Fire. I've tried Arcane. It's just not. It's not who I am as a player on the game. So
Horisha's gonna cut you, you know.
Well, and that's why she's a mage and I'm not, because I don't get it.
More
And I'm not going to tell her how to
me.
play it. And I'm not going to tell her how to play it, because hell, I don't know how to do it.
All right. Candy.
Okay, well, besides Fury Warrior and Arms Warrior, I'll go with the Frost DK. Just because, every now and then you got to hop on the other side and see what it's like to be a truly powerful class. So I really enjoy the DK's power, and it's just overall it's a really enjoyable class to play. And it's not as crumbly as Warriors are. It's like they got so many survivability capabilities, and they got so much healing that they just don't flop, and they can do incredible damage.
And your least favorite
is probably the E-Penis class multiplied, by whatever factor of 10, the Druid. I do play it, and I'm going to get the silly, Guardian Tower, Mage Tower appearance, but still in all, every E-Penis, envying player in the game plays a Druid. And it's just because, they're radically overpowered. They can do everything. It's like I'm just waiting for them to, to give them a hunter class for their next, the next expansion. So they'll have 5 classes, so they can be the druid hunter or some shit.
Shout out to Dave. I hope you're listening to this.
Because he plays an alt druid.
Yeah.
He's not even going to raid on that spec next expansion.
Well, I don't know. Yeah, we're gonna make him do it eventually.
No, he's not. He doesn't want to tank. Dave abandoned us.
Oh no!
Like Mikey too.
I think it's Candy. I think Candy, with his hopes and dreams for Dave tanking, drove Dave from wanting to do it. He was like, "It's too much pressure."
Damn it, Dave!
It's Dave's fault.
Absolutely.
All right. For me, my favorite alt class and spec is obviously my Fire Mage. It's the one I've played the most, and in the limited beta trial I've had, I think Fire is doing pretty well. I would call it peppy. It's the play style is quick and reactive, and it's a lot of fun.
Peppy is a bird that goes on your head.
Pepe is that is a bird in the game too. But the one that I'd say is my least favorite was when I did Prot Warrior. Sorry, Candy. Hated it. I thought it was so boring. I thought that I just Thunderclap was the most obnoxious thing I've ever done in the game. It was just too much for me.
Who say?
All right. Let's jump into a couple of these are just your favorites. We're not going to do the least favorite. I'm going to have you do 3. Your favorite mount, your favorite pet, and your favorite in-game title. For me, since I started playing Shadow again, my favorite mount has gone back to being the Priest class hall mount, the Lightsworn Seeker, because I think the purple version of it looks way better than the gold or silver. My favorite in-game pet is any pet that I could use Narcissa's Mirror on and turn it into me. I do like to use the Singing Sunflower or Bone Shard and then use the toy to turn that pet into me, so there's a little mini Bone Shard me running around. And then my favorite title is right now Field Medic, because it's still super, super rare. People still don't have it, and like you just don't see it around. So I like it. Plus, my main spec is healer, so I feel like it kind of, since I couldn't get the retired doctor title back in the day, I feel like this is a really cool title to have for a healer. Let's go to Candy. What are your favorite three there? Mount, pet, and title.
My favorite mount is the Headless Horseman's mount because it's easy to move around. It gets into all the small places, and it's relatively rare. So I enjoy the Headless Horseman's mount. My favorite pet, everybody knows what my favorite pet is. It's the Sunflower. Yeah. Annoying, goofy, scary, creepy looking. It can't be beaten. I mean, Blizzard has never come out with anything that's as goofy as the Singing Sunflower. And what was the other one?
Your favorite in-game title?
The Bloodthirsty. As much as you like to try to hype the Field Medic, the Bloodthirsty, I think, is the rarest rarest title.
Well, to be clear, I didn't say it was the rarest. I just said that right now it's very rare. Because everyone wants it because it's going away, but nobody gets it because it takes forever.
And because also the Bloodthirsty matches Fury Warrior, right? We have an ability called Bloodthirst.
All right, Try. What about you?
My favorite mount is the Solar Spyhawk, so that's from Rookmar from last expansion. So I got that fairly early on in the expansion pack, much to the annoyance of a lot of people. Otherwise, I had the Drake of the Northwind, was kind of my favorite. Again, I got that when it was current expansion, and to the annoyance of the tank, I've done this dungeon 10 times in a row, and rah, rah, rah. My favorite pet would be the Singing Sunflower as well. It's always fun when you're in a raid, it's all stressful, and you're going to run away from something, and then there's this turnaround, there's this big smiley face in your screen, so that's always funny. The favorite title, I'm using the medic one too, but I always on my main have the Manslayer, just because it makes me sound really tough being on a fragile Shadow Priest.
All right, cool. Horisha.
I would have to say that my favorite mount is the Onyxia Drake. Pets, I don't really pull those things out unless I've got to for some reason. That wonderful sunflower that I always get to hear all the time is probably my least favorite, but it was one of my most fun ones to get. But pet-wise, I really don't have a favorite. I mean, it just randomly pops what I have. Maybe the goldfish is my favorite. And then title, the one I keep on pretty much all the time, Salty.
Oh, yes, which I just got.
She's always salty.
She's always salty. That's a Horisha thing.
I got so many titles, that's just the most appropriate.
All right, Lucy.
Favorite mount? The Astral Cloud Serpent. So Cloud Serpents all the way. I think they did really good on those in Pandaria. I know there are some people out there that don't like the way they, move in the air and stuff, Ryan included. But Astral Cloud Serpent, that's my favorite. And then pet, gotta go with the Perky Pug. I mean, it scratches his ass on the floor. It's perfect. It's the perfect real life pet.
Well, the Corgi does it too, but yes, I get what you mean.
And then in-game title, I always go with Lore Master or Master of the Ways. And if you don't have the Master of the Ways, you need to get on that Pandaria cooking.
And come see me for Pandaria mats. I'll sell them to you at a steep discount. Because I've been selling. That's how I've been making most of my gold is through Jade Squash.
Nice.
Really?
Because of all the people doing the Master of the Ways achievement. All right, thanks, Lucy. Let's go to I'll do one more. Your favorite faction leader, either Alliance or Horde. Let's start with Try.
Sylvanas, I guess. because I like to see a chick kick butt. There's not very many options.
Yeah.
Right, Horisha?
Sylvanas.
How do I know when we're going to pick Sylvanas?
She's a badass looking bitch.
Candy, how about you?
Let me think here. Sylvanas. Primarily because, I hear all the grumping and complaining about, her being evil and whatnot. And I don't necessarily completely disagree with it. But I also think it's about time the Horde got some leader that wasn't a friggin' emo, wimp poser as a war chief. And I like the fact that Sylvanas, I just can't wait for her to go Banshee on the Boy King and his, frozen wannabe bride, Jaina. I hope she slaughters him.
I'd go Banshee on the Boy King. All right, Lucy, how about you?
I'm not going to go with the majority here. I'm going to go with Vol'jin. And I think he was robbed of a really great story arc, which hopefully will be continued in BFA. We'll see where that leads. But yeah, Vol'jin. I'm going to go with Vol'jin. Thrall, he outlived his time. Garrosh, that was a shit show. And
yes.
so Sylvanas, her arc is coming to an end in BFA as well, I believe. So.
Yeah, I think her time is with the way they're starting this expansion and the way she's looking. I will be surprised if she finishes the expansion as War Chief. Yep. All right, and I think everyone knows mine. It's Anduin.
Of course.
I mean,
because he looks pretty.
Hold on, rewind. Really?
No.
Thanks,
Shocking.
guys. I appreciate it.
Traitor.
I'm not a traitor.
Traitor.
Love knows no faction, Candy. Okay, so that's it for favorite things. Let's go ahead and let's introduce the next submission in the Who Wants to Pick Horisha's Next Assignment contest. This one, Horisha must spend 1 hour in random BGs with the walk functionality toggled on. And when the people in the BG start asking her or saying, what the hell, what the fuck, mage, she has to / yell, I'm a comin'. And that's the only thing she's allowed to say back to them. For this idea, I think that we should all queue with her and while we record it and we heckle her in the group for the rest of them to spark other people in heckling her.
And take screenshots of all the PV penis goons out there going totally freakazoid on her.
Oh yeah, that'll be hilarious.
First of all, that requires me to PvP for an hour. Oh my god.
Yep.
Second of all, it still requires me to PvP for an hour.
You won't be doing that much PvP. You'll be doing a lot of dying though.
And I'll be getting deserter status or whatever it is when they kick you from the raid.
They can't kick you in BGs like that. There's no vote to kick functionality.
I thought they used to kick you for AFK or something.
Nope, they got rid of vote to kick in BGs because they were voting to kick people who were bad.
And okay, then I'm safe again.
You are safe and no one will kick you. So 1 hour in BGs, walk in with the walk toggled on and you have to yell, I'm a comin' whenever somebody tells you to hurry up or asks what the hell you're doing.
Do I get to pick the BG?
Nope, it's random BG.
Random. Okay, got it.
All right, so that's the next one. But let's move on to our we're going to do the quick, this week in WoW. I know you've got something, Lucy, but before you jump there, I just want to remind everybody that we do have 2 days left in the Midsummer Fire Festival. So if you're planning on getting any of those achievements done before next year, say you're working on what a long, strange trip it's been, now's the time, folks. Got to get your Midsummer Fire Festival done. You have by the time you hear this podcast, it'll be about a day left. Lucy, you were going to talk a little bit about some of the changes they're making to Prestige.
Yeah. I mean, they're not outrageous, right? I mean, it's actually going to be beneficial, especially for people, especially that are in guild right now that have gotten, level 6, 8, and so on. They're just pounding it out in PvP. Duron, is one of those people. it's going to benefit you, because where it stands now with prestiging, you would have to go and do BGs, and each individual character would have to prestige. So to get that artifact appearance, you would have to prestige, on each toon to get all those. So that's a lot of honor points you're going to have to accrue across different alts. So what they're going to do is they're going to condense it down and make it account wide, so that you don't have to do it for each one. So it's going to make it a lot easier for everybody. Now, the one thing that I don't know if it's been confirmed or not, because I was just like reading some comments and things, trying to figure it out. But, people are worried, is it going to be continued from now, and they're going to drag it over to the next expansion, so you don't have to start over at, prestige level 1. And the majority consensus is that, yes, they're going to, whatever prestige level you're at now, that's what you're going to remain at for BFA. It's just going to start, a new season, but you can still accrue the same prestige level, and it keeps going on, because what they want to do is they're going to make their prestige system similar to Overwatch, they said. So where it's never ending. So the higher you go up, prestige level 50, let's say, you're going to have a different reward, for each level up. You don't have to start back at 1.
Well, that's interesting. I thought they were going to do the opposite after listening to the Q&A, when they said we don't want someone like coming in to have such like an insurmountable hill to climb. But I guess they backed off of that.
Well, it's not, because what it's going to be is like, you prestiged, yes, but that doesn't make your talents more powerful than someone else. It just means, I prestige 30 times. That just shows, my dedication to being in PvP. You know what I mean?
All right. Well, thanks for that. Let's jump into our next topic of the podcast. We're going to spend let's get about 5 minutes in on this one. I'd like to talk about what we think makes a good guildie. This obviously is a Candy and Try question just out the gate. Try being our GM and Candy being one of our guild's officers. What do you guys think? You guys have been around for quite a while. Candy, you've been around, for a millennia. What makes a good guildie? What do you think are some of the highest, most common traits you see in a successful guildie?
And a successful guildie, I think, is to, I guess, play well with others. I mean, not like in the, kindergarten sandbox kind of domain, but to, group with other guildies and join, guild functions. You don't have to join every single one. I don't really care if you join 1 or 2 a week, but you do kind of have to interact with the guild, and being the person that joins the guild and doesn't want to do things. It's like basically they just want to join so they get the guild perks. I think, that's a bad guildie. I think a good guildie is someone who joins and not necessarily looking for a whole bunch of help, but, is interested in, receiving whatever help we can give him or her, and also helping out others in the guild. And they make it a two-way street and not just like it's all for me, one-way kind of nonsense. And that's all I've got to say about that.
Well, one of the things that people say with our guild and why we're so successful is that we are very nice and polite, and we chat a lot in guild, but obviously there are times where we're quiet. But we do grats people a lot. So well done for achievements, and very encouraging and very positive. So you go into a lot of guilds where, you can be competitive, but then there's like this insane competitiveness. Like at the moment, I've been pushing people to do achievements, and obviously that's what Rara's doing. And that inspires me also to do more, because I'm asking him to do stuff as well.
Like the Mage Tower.
Mage Tower. Yeah, so definitely communication. Like, you don't have to do everything all the time with the guild, and a lot of people are fine to go and do things solo, but sometimes when people join the guild, they're like, I don't know how to quest. Someone help me. I can't fly me around. It's like, well, we can tell you how to get flying. We can tell you the shortcuts on how to get places. So it's not just like, if we want to talk about lore, we could ask Lucino, and I'm not good with PvP, but there's other people in the guild I can direct people to, and they can talk PvP.
And I'm not giving you 10,000 gold to go buy a friggin' mount.
So that's one of my pet peeves. As you guys know, I've been doing a lot of recruiting in the last couple of weeks, and what gets me more is when someone puts into trade, they're looking for guild. I don't just immediately invite people either. Like I talk to them. I ask, what are you looking for in a guild? What's the type of guild you're looking for? Are you looking for a mythic raiding guild? Are you looking for a casual raiding guild? Are you looking for a PvP guild? Like what's your goal? And I try to get to know the person, and I spend all that time, and then I explain to them they need to download the Greenwall add-on that we require of all our members that we still don't have everybody on. And then they get into guild, and the first 20 things they say in guild chat is, who wants to carry me through this? Can anyone give me gold? I need help with this. I've never played Pally before. Can someone give me an explanation of blah, blah? All right. Well, like, don't join it. This is not Google. Guild chat is not your Google. You just joined us like 20 seconds ago. Like, slow your roll. That happened.
Yeah, or you do explain all that stuff, and then they get in, and it's like, I just told you all this stuff. Why are you now doing what I already answered your questions for?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Like, I haven't been here as long as these other guys have. Like Candy's he's the oldest member in the guild. But
okay.
Oldest by in age or oldest in length?
Well, in age, but
okay, we'll go with that.
Tri's been here longer. She knew the original GM and everything like that. But I joined these guys in Panda, and I mean, I've been here, what was like 5 years now? Feels like forever. But, you know, we don't do anything. You know, we say grats in guild chat or whatnot. We group up every once in a while and things like that. You just don't make yourself annoying. And that's like one of our standpoints, even in, you know, your little PSAs that you make, right? It's like, you know, don't be an asshole. It's just like, you know, just be civil and be nice to everyone else. And like we were talking about the other day, is that towards the end of the next pack, a lot of things start to get stale. People, you know, kind of drop off. Nobody's really doing anything. Nobody's really communicating anymore. You know, it's kind of like a ghost town a little bit. So whenever someone, you know, like you comes into the guild and is like, hey guys, let's go do this, or putting stuff on the calendar, or, you know, talking in Discord with everybody, which we're on, you know, pretty much every night, and everything like that, it kind of builds morale, and it boosts everybody to start doing more things. So it's a good thing, and that's what we like to see as far as even being a casual guild. So.
Well, I mean, I think encouraging folks to be social, like especially when I recruit someone new, I always I don't hound them, but I push them to get into Discord early and often. And that's because that gets them to know, you know, the people that are part of the group and that are the most social. And that's like, I would argue that the five of us are five of the highest active in Discord. Which is great because, you know, we get a chance. Look, we're all doing a podcast together, but we get a good chance to know each other, make good friends, develop a core group of people. So it's definitely a cool thing to be able to build those bonds of friendship with people over the internet that don't involve, you know, a casual encounter. Yeah,
and like I told you, like Try and Candy know from me being in the guild, you know, it's a running joke that I joined Discord, or it used to be Vent, and I wouldn't say anything. And they're like, oh, there he is again, just sitting there stalking us. Ha ha ha.
Creepy.
We still think you do that.
Oh, I know. But, you know, once you get me talking, sometimes you can't get me to shut up. So
that's the trick. Getting them talking isn't the thing. Getting them to shut up is the magic trick.
Oh, you got jokes. Okay.
I got jokes. Yep. Horisha, anything to add in there?
Not really. I mean, I think you all hit it pretty much where it needed to be. It's, you know, be friendly, be nice, don't be an asshole, and don't be a child.
Negative Nancy.
Can we just make that? Can we just make that our guild slogan? Ice cream bikini girls, don't be an asshole.
It kind of is the thing already.
I think that is a good catchphrase for our guild. All right, so let's go ahead and present the next idea in the Who Wants to Pick Horisha's Next Assignment contest. This next one, it's called the Naked Gnome Race. Now, I don't let the title confuse you. It is not actually naked. The challenge is to create a level 1 gnome and immediately start your trek going from the gnome starter area to Orgrimmar. You cannot put on any green or above gear. You just have to get from the gnome area to or the gates of Orgrimmar in order for the contest, the challenge to be over.
You know, gnomes cannot get to Orgrimmar, right?
They can get to Orgrimmar. They definitely can. This is an official Blizzard challenge. They do this every year when they do the Naked Gnome race.
Yeah, they can.
It's not easy.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
It's possible, though. I mean, I can gnomes be rogues? They can be, right? So there you go. That's probably how I would do it if it was me.
Right.
But, yep, Horisha would have to create a level 1 gnome and run to Orgrimmar from their starter area. No flight paths and no ports as well.
Well, and see with that one, she wouldn't even know where the hell she's going because she didn't
That's
do
kind
know.
of half the fun.
You'd be surprised.
Oh, okay. Well, see, then we would be surprised.
Well, she basically have to walk to Stranglethorn Valley and then go over. Yeah, it's no thanks.
She'd have to go from like the Iron Forge. She'd have to go for like, yeah, but I can always cut that down for our purposes. But she'd have to go from Iron Forge all the way to Stranglethorn and somehow get on the Horde airship. That would be fun. All right,
You're supposed to walk there.
let's go into let's spend just a couple minutes on this because we are at about 52 minutes. Let's talk real quick about gold. I know as everyone gets into a new expansion, gold becomes a much more prized commodity. What are some of our favorite ways to farm gold for people who have never really stuck with it for like a hardcore expansion launch before? What are some good ways that you guys can suggest to them to start making and saving gold for the next expansion?
Well, one of the ways now, since they put in the quest and all of our AP tokens are worth gold, just do all your AP stuff, farm it, and sell it. There you go.
Boring. Candy,
Farming
sounds like
is
you have a better
always
idea.
I do. You create a blood elf, get her to Orgrimmar, take off all her clothes, stand on top of the mailbox, and dance for tips. I've made 15,000 gold in one day doing that nonsense.
Are you
How
serious?
much?
15,000. Ask try hard.
Wait, you 3 or 15?
1 5. Somebody gave me 5,000 gold. Just handed it to me.
Were they trying to get you to put your clothes back on?
Oh, blood elf. Always wants a blood elf to put her clothes on.
I'm just asking.
They're like, we all know you're a dude. Put it back on.
Anyone have any other helpful tips? I know for me, I've been making, as I said before, I've been farming. I did Master of the Ways 2 months ago, and ever since I've been like hardcore. I've been going hard with my Pandaria farm. I've been growing jade squash, and I've been selling it on the auction house at like 40 gold a squash. So I'm making like 4,000 gold a day alone just on jade squash, which has been like a huge moneymaker for me.
The pure laziness of people that won't farm in their actual farm in Pandaria.
Because jade squash is used in like the most of the Pandaria recipes for cooking. So
we are a top-heavy server, so there's a lot of rich, lazy people, and why not part them with their money? Another way is obviously good old materials. I still sell a lot of herbs. I don't really sell ore because I'm working on my tunes with that. But bags apparently are supposed to be getting popular. People making new tunes, etc.
Yes, make bags. 30 slot bags.
I've been doing that too. I just sold 30 slot bags this in the last 2 days.
I'm gonna need some more from you.
I've got a few extra, so hit me up. The price just went up though.
Oh.
1 million.
Hey, my price goes up as the auction house price goes up. I'll still give you the guildie discount, but at the time it was cheaper. Should have bought more at the time. It's a consumer market, man.
Yeah. Friend discount.
What happened to no charge for guildies?
I never fucking once said no charge for guildies. I charged.
Okay.
Yeah,
X-Weave cloth is expensive as hell.
What did you charge me the first time?
1,500 a bag.
Yeah.
It's not going to be like a lot more. It's going to be like 1,700 a bag. I think. I'll look at it later. But yeah, I've been selling bags and selling jade squash. That's what I've been doing. And it sounds like, dancing for tips. I would really like to see that happen. We should maybe do a Candy on assignment and see if he can make gold for the podcast by dancing for us.
Well, it's fun once in a while, right? It's one of those things that you do like for a couple minutes and then it's not fun anymore. But I always kind of wonder what the fuck people are thinking, because basically it's nothing more than some pixels. It's like looking at a cartoon. It's like, what are they thinking? Which is kind of creepy, It's like, are they actually jerking off to, my pixelated character dancing on a mailbox? What the hell?
There are those people. There are those.
Shit.
We're all inclusive here.
Oh, right. So let's jump into the final submission for the Horisha, the contest with Horisha. Who wants to pick Horisha's next assignment? This next one and final one is Horisha needs to create a raid group for a run of For the Horde. Require every member of the group to join Discord. And while in Discord, she has to bark orders like she's a World War II general. So
that sounds awesome.
She's gonna get people to do For the Horde, and when she's running the group, she's basically got to bark orders like an old timey World War II general.
Well, that kind of makes it into more than just a 1 hour event, right? Because she's gonna have to sit there and watch Patton just so she can learn how to bark orders like a World War II general. I think Patton's like a 4 hour long movie.
I don't care if it takes her 1 billion hours. I just care if we get content that I can whittle into something we can put in the podcast.
I tried to help you, Horisha.
I can bark orders, believe it or not.
Oh, we
may
know
not
that.
sound like a general, but I can bark orders.
So, but you gotta I would say you not be mean, but you just gotta freak out about stuff like Anduin's Ack Road, Anduin's Ack Road, like
what's that guy? Who's that guy on Full Metal Jacket? You got to be that guy, the drill sergeant.
Ernie.
Yeah.
Rest in peace.
All right.
What is your major malfunction?
Yep.
So there are our 4 ideas for who wants to pick Horisha's next assignment. Let's recap them. I'm going to have Try, Lucy, and Candy vote on their favorites. Let's go ahead and first is the Iron Man Challenge. Horisha's got to level a new tune, no gear essentially, and no flight points, none of that fun stuff. Second is she needs to do an hour of BGs with the walk functionality toggled on. When people ask her what she's doing or where she is, she's got to yell, "I'm a comin'." Number 3 is she's got to create a level 1 gnome and start the run from the gnome starter area to Orgrimmar. And number 4 is to create a For the Horde raid group, require Discord, and bark orders like a World War II general. Try, where are you at with this? What's your vote?
Oh, well, they all sound pretty good, but because I don't play Alliance, I wanted to do the gnome one.
Okay, so I've got 1 for the level 1 gnome. Lucy?
They do. They sound pretty good. You guys put some thought into this. Sexual guys, yeah, go somewhere else. I'm gonna go with the gnome, the level 1 gnome trick. I want to see if she knows where she's going.
Okay, and last but not least, Candy.
1, no. 2, yes. 3, no. 4, I can hear Horisha saying, instead of barking like a general, she could bark like a mom. Well, you kids get down from there. You pothole, get off of that. So I'm going to go with...
So what am I hearing? Which one are you voting on?
The PvP one.
So you're voting for the walking BG.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Well, congratulations to Death. His idea was the level 1 gnome run to Orgrimmar that did get 2 of the 3 votes. We are going to consolation with Kepria. Kepria did suggest the walking BG. That will be the next Horisha on assignment. So get ready, Horisha. As you can hear in the background from me, the fireworks are starting, which is probably a good thing because we're out of time, guys. So let's start our wrap up. Again, congratulations to the winner. Death, I'll get in touch with you as to when you can expect your mount. Everybody, real quick, what is something that someone needs to do before the launch of BFA in game? Try hard, go.
Buy BFA because I haven't done that yet.
Oh shit, that's a big one.
Oh my
What one?
She doesn't have BFA yet.
Okay.
All right, Horisha, how about you?
Field medic.
That was your answer last week. Come up with another.
Okay, fine. Mage tower.
That was your answer the week before. Come up with another one.
Damn it! I don't know.
Oh
Do
my God.
something.
Lucy.
Level your alts and do your Silithus stuff. Get your weapons. Yay.
All right, Candy.
Get a druid mage tower appearance.
Okay, and for me, I'm going to say look through some old achievements and pick something. Pick an achievement quest line that you want to do and get it done. That's going to be it for us, guys. We are out of time. Thank you again for joining us. And on behalf of the panel, happy 4th of July for all of you, those of you who celebrate it. We were going to say goodbye now. Have a great night.
But it's
Good night.
See you guys.
Be like Nike. Just do it.
Boom.
get it done.